And now it's time for your favorite subject. Dun, dun, dun. Fractions. All right, guys, welcome back to Mr. D's English Language Learners class. And yes, today we will go into more math and fractions. Oh, we will practice this. You will be very good at it. So حان الوقت الموضوع المفضل لك في الرياضيات. This is on page 148 in your textbook. It's lesson 55, fractions, الكسور, fracciones. Okay, let's start with the new words and we'll go from there. Fracciones, الكسور, fractions, fractions. Look at, there's that suffix again. T-I-O-N-S, shuns, shun. Very common in English. I told you. Okay. Parte, جزء, part. Total, كامل, whole, whole. This is half a circle, right? Half of the circle, نصف. This is the whole circle. كامل. Okay, so with fractions, right? Usually, we write fractions with a number on top. Let's say 1. And here's our fraction sign or symbol. And then in the bottom, we write another number. So here, الكسور هنا, numerador, البسط is numerator. Numerator. That's the number that goes on top of the fraction. So the numerator, رقم فوق في كسر, on top of the fraction. And that tells you how many pieces we have. كم أجزاء موجود. Okay? And then on the bottom, the denominator, or المقام, denominator. How many syllables? 5 syllables. Denominator. Big word. It just means the number on the bottom. الرقم تحت. So in this case, this is 1/3. But in this one here, right? In this picture, for this fraction, we have 1 piece. And the total, الإجمالي, would be 8. So 8 goes on the bottom. So the denominator always shows us the total, or the whole. كم أجزاء in total, and this is how many are there, numerator. Okay, so numerator, denominator, equivalente, يعادل, equivalent, equivalent. Equivalent is another word for يساوي, or equals, okay? reducir, يخفض, reduce, or يقلل, reduce. We will learn to reduce fractions and find equivalent fractions. Más simple, أبسط, simplest, simplest. We will reduce fractions to their simplest form. Common, مشترك, common, common. To do that, we must find the common factor in each one, common denominator. Completar, كامل, complete, complete, or كامل. So complete and whole, very similar. Over here. Rebanada, rebanada. And شريحة, يعني slice, a slice, like a slice of pizza or a slice of cheese. And I know it's Ramadan right now, so I'm sorry, but this is what our book uses as the pizza in the pictures. Piezas, قطع, pieces, pieces. Una mitad, nus. So here we have some fractions. 1/2. Nus, 1/2. I'll show you that. Here's 1/2. Here's the circle, and 1/2 is Maloan, right? It's 1/2 is colored in here. Next, un tercio, or thulth, 1/3. 1/3, like this. Here we have 3 pieces, 1, 2, 3. That's the total, right? That's the whole. There's 3 pieces, but we only have 1. واحد ملون. 1 piece. So we have 1 out of 3. So we say 1/3. We don't say 1/3. We say 1/3, like first, second, third. 1/3. Next, un cuarto or ruba, 1/4. Here we go. 1/4. 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 1. So we have 1/4 with the TH sound at the end, 4th. That's how we do fractions. That's how we do days of the week, or I'm sorry, days of the week, but dates, tarikh, right? We can say today is the 20th, for example, or yesterday was the 19th. That's how. Okay, 1/8 or thumen, 1/8. 1/8, like this one here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces total, and we have 1 that's colored in. So عندنا جزء واحد الملون من الإجمالي 8. واحد من الإجمالي 8. So 1/8. 1/10. 10. We have 1 out of 10. 1/10. One more time. Let's hear the sounds one more time. Fractions. Part. Whole. Numerator. Denominator. Equivalent. Reduce. Simplest. Common. Complete. Slice. Pieces. 1/2. 1/3. 1/4. 1/8. 1/10. Okay, and I'm going to show you one other trick. What if I did this? What if this was 1/8, what if I put a 2 here? How would we say that? Yes, you'd say 2/8. Very good. What if I put a 9 here? How do we say this fraction? 2/9. All right, you see the pattern now. Good, good, good. So now we're going to read the sentences together. Listen, read along, and then listen, and then we'll get busy on your work. All right, now we're on page 148 in your books. We have the pizza here to show the fractions. The title is Fractions, and the big idea here says, a fraction is a way of showing part of a whole. Part of a whole. Part of a whole. جزء من الكامل. Okay, number 1. A fraction is a part of a whole amount. Number 2. The denominator is the number of parts. So the denominator is the number of parts. 3. The numerator tells how many equal parts. How many equal parts? Numerator. But we just have 1. 4. The numerator is the top number. 5. The denominator is the bottom number. 6. 2/3 and 4/6 are equivalent fractions. There are. So 2/3 and 4/6 are equivalent fractions. 7. We reduce fractions to make them easier. We reduce. يخفض. So, نخفض الكسر to make them simpler, simplest. شكل أبسط. I'll show you in 1 minute. 2/3 is the simplest form of 4/6. Again, this is number 8. 2/3 is the simplest form of 4/6. 9. Find common factors of both numbers. I'm going to show you really quick. Let me get rid of these guys. 8/10. Okay. So we have 4/6. So here's a fraction. But first, we want to find an equivalent fraction. So كسر مع نص كمية فيها, right? So first we're going to try to find a common factor, a number that goes into both 4 and 6. So أعمل مشتركة. So why don't we say 4 and 6? We can use 2 because we can divide 4 by 2 and we can divide 6 by 2. So نستطيع أن نقسم both the numerator and denominator لرقم 2. We can do this. Okay, here's the equal sign, right? To get our equivalent, 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Oh, there it is. So, now we can see 2/3 is equivalent to 4/6. هذا كمية يساوي هذا كمية. So the same. 4/6 is the same as 2/3. 4/6, 2/3, they are equivalent. First, we found a common factor and we divided by the same number and we have our equivalent here. We'll practice that some more. Don't worry. Okay. All right, we're still reading number 10. 8/8 or 8/8 is a whole amount. A whole amount. 11. A whole amount is a complete set. 12. Slice the pizza into 8 pieces. 13. The pizza has 8 parts. Right, so they took the pizza and they sliced it قطعة في 8 أجزاء into 8 equal pieces. So now the pizza has 8 parts. 14. Each part is a fraction of the whole. Each part is a fraction of the whole. So كل جزء كسر من الكامل. It's just a fraction of the whole. 15. How many pieces of pizza is 2/8? Let's see. How many pieces of pizza is 2/8? Well, there's 8 total, so that's 2 pieces of pizza. 16. 4/8 of the pizza is 1/2. Those are equivalent fractions. 17. 1 of 3 slices is 1/3. All right, 1 of 3 slices is 1/3, like this one. 18. 1 slice out of 4 is 1/4. 1/4. 19. 1/8 is 1 of 8 slices. 1 of 8 slices. Here's our pizza. There's 1 slice out of 8. 1/8. And 20. 1/10 is 1 out of 10. So we'll keep on working this for a few days at least. Just take some practice, and the words are difficult, but you can do this, absolutely. I'm here to help you, Miss Producer, to help you. Go ahead on page 149 and do this work here if you haven't already. And also the practice worksheet is also up on Teams for you. So if you have any questions, just email, text, or call. All right. See you next time.